So a few months ago, I think it was during the Hurricane Irma that we had, but I'm not totally sure. We had a tree get blown down, or I guess broken off would be a better term to describe it. But it's a hickory tree, and my plan originally was to make it into firewood, because hickory is such a difficult wood to work with because it's so hard. It burns really good. It's got a lot of BTUs, but it's pretty difficult to work with. But I am in need of a little bit of hickory lumber right now. So what we're going to try to do is bang the camera against the tree. What we're going to try to do is come down here and check it out and see how difficult it's going to be to get this thing out of the woods. The problem with it is it's kind of deep in the woods. I can't get the tractor down here safely, so I'm not going to try. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to get it up this hill, but let's see if I can give y'all a view of this. So here it is right here, and you can see right there, a few feet up the trunk, it managed to get wrenched off. Didn't focus very well, but that's all right. Anyway, it managed to get wrenched off, and there it is. It's a great tree, and something needs to be done with it. Try to get some lumber out of it, not very much, but this is what we have to do. We have to get it up this hill, and you know, cameras never do a very good job of showing you exactly how bad of a hill you're dealing with. So let's just go down here and see exactly what we're dealing with. Look at that. That is a mess. So here it is from another view. There's a lot of really good firewood in this, but I'd like to get a little bit of lumber out of it. There's a lot of complications here, but we're going to see if we can get it out of here. Get some of it out of here as safely as possible. But anyhow, let's just get started. Alright, so this is what I came up with. Instead of trying to make it a straight shot down to that tree, I've cut a little road right here. So I'll come up, or come down here to the canopy section of the tree and bring the tractor down here where it's not quite as steep. I'm going to back the tractor down in here as far as I can, and once I cut my section out, I'm going to see if I can drag it with chains and straps and whatever I can find to get it out of this bottom. So let's go ahead and get started. So we'll go ahead and start right here. I'm kind of concerned about the base of this tree because it's just kind of leaning, and I mean it's still connected to the trunk, but it's I don't know what kind of pressure the tree portion, or the main portion of this tree, is putting on that trunk. So I don't know if it's gonna push it backwards or So I don't know what kind of pressure it's got on it. I don't know how it's going to act when I finally cut it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get a bunch of that pressure off by cutting most of the canopy and disconnecting most of the canopy first. So we'll go from there. So let's get going here. Let's see if we can get the Widowmaker going. So I've had a little bit of a change of plans. As you can see, most of the middle of this tree where the trunk starts separating into the canopy is cut up, so the pressure is off, you know, pretty well all of this area and above. And I really don't want to, my plan originally was to get to this point and then fall that trunk portion of the tree downhill or uphill, one of the two, whichever was best. But honestly, this right here looks really dangerous, and I really don't have any desire to stand up under that to you know, to cut that down. It would probably be okay, but you know, one false move and I'm paralyzed for life or dead more likely. So we're just not going to do that right now. I think what I'll do is when I decide to cut this up, I'll start from the base and go on up with it. But what I am going to do is take this piece right here. This piece looks really, really interesting. It is the piece where the trunk bifurcates into the canopy. So it's going to be a piece of crotch wood, hickory crotch wood, and we will just see what it looks like. I'm really interested. I'm not sure. I'm kind of concerned that my mill is not going to be able to handle that width, but you know, if it doesn't, and oh man, it looks so good too. If it doesn't, you know, I'll just whittle it down the best I can from the outside, because I want to preserve that crotch right there. Look at how intact that is. But that's a pretty big piece. And so yeah, we're going to go ahead and see if we can skid this thing out of here. Now they always talk about the best laid plans going awry. This is a good example. I worked really hard earlier this morning making a road down here, and I'm not going to be able to use it. Whew, so that's not a choker, so that may slide off, but you know what, we're gonna try it. It'll be all right. You know, that worked a lot better than I expected it to work. I can take these chains and straps off and do the rest of this with the log dogs on the boom. So we finally got this log up here to the mill. It has pretty well taken all day to do it. This was a hard fought log, so I've got some high expectations for the lumber that's going to be inside of it. I'm really excited to see what this crotch piece looks like right here because it looks really great from the outside, and I'm also interested to see how the mill handles hickory. I really don't have the proper blade to cut anything as hard as hickory, but this wood's still pretty green, so hopefully it'll be okay. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like if you liked this video. I'm going to be milling up this piece of wood pretty soon, and I'll have it on a video down the road sometime pretty soon, I'm sure. So hit the subscribe button if you want to get a notification when that video comes available. And I really appreciate everybody that is subscribed to the channel and everybody that's watching. I just hit 350 subscriptions, which is really exciting to me. And keep it up, guys. I really appreciate you watching, and I got some work to do. And I'll see you next time.